Today, I would like to share a beautiful piece of advice from one of the most important and well-known stories in the entire planet. But before I do so, I'd like to say thank you for this paint job to my styling agency, SoLu Stylists, which is a styling agency so exclusive that they don't take money. SoLu Styling.
And you have vampire teeth. And in the back, I even made, what's the game with the circles and the X's?
Tic-tac-toe?
Yeah, I made a tic-tac-toe.
You made a tic-tac-toe on my back? On my neck?
And a deep heart with 2 lines.
The deep heart. Okay, that sounds good.
See.
An agency so exclusive, not only do they not take money, they don't quite understand the concept of money. So, a pretty wonderful job. So, the firstborn and I started reading The Monkey King, and I only heard about this, I forget how, but apparently this is the most well-known story to come out of East Asia. In general, Dragon Ball Z, all of these are based on this 16th century novel that is called one of the 4 great novels of pre-modern China. And the reason it's so well known is that not only is it a spiritual novel about Taoism and Buddhism and such, it's also a rollicking good time. It is an over-the-top adventure. And so apparently it's 4 volumes. It's a giant book. This is the abridged version that most English readers are reading right now. That did a really good job in translating, Julia Lovell. So what happens is that this monkey is born out of a stone in a magical way, and he soon becomes the king of the monkeys and wants to search for immortality for himself and for his followers. And so he starts on a great quest and soon gathers magic powers and becomes this wild, cool superhero, can do all kinds of amazing things and fights the heavies and gets 2 sidekicks that are very funny. One of them being a pig who's very tempted by beautiful women, and they get, tests of their spiritual life and morality along the way, and they keep going to this magical place to try to find, the answers about immortality. Okay, they locked me out for being too loud. So, it's based on a true story of a monk named Zunshin, I think, from the 7th century. And he went to India. It took him 13 years to get there, and he lived there for a bunch of years. And he brought back over 700 Buddhist texts to China and jump-started another Buddhist revolution in that country. So it's a real person story that became a heroic, over-the-top folk story. And so, the magical piece of advice, we're not even that far in this book, me and the firstborn. And the Monkey King's first master turns to him and he says, "There's nothing hard in this world that the mind doesn't make it so." And we stop and we look at each other, we're like, that's good. That's really good. And if you want an amazing time with a kid who's, 7 or 8 or older, the Monkey King Journey to the West is an amazing piece of work.